Be holiday ready with Canadian Tire gift cards.
Good morning. You're watching Breakfast Television. It is December 7th, so the countdown is on to Christmas. We've got Cassandra Anderton on from GoodLifeVancouver.com with some great gifts for the foodie in your life.
There's lots out there to choose from.
Now, just before we get to some of the gifts, of course, you would go to lots of different restaurants. Any great restaurants you recommend as far as great date places?
I went to Refuel last night. So Fuel's rebranded itself as Refuel, a bit more casual. They've got a big chalkboard in the back and just taking the linens down, and a little bit less expensive, bigger portions. I had some lovely calamari there and a gnocchi with some wild mushrooms and spinach, and it was delightful.
Lovely.
Really casual place.
Excellent. But you know, sometimes we end up going to places and people's houses and we want to look at gifts for them. So
this is what we've done.
Let's start off with what you consider some of the best foodie gifts.
Well, if you would like to put a basket together, Edible BC, they're down in Granville Island, very conveniently located, and they'll deliver as well. They'll put together a basket of all sorts of local foods, so you're supporting your local providers, and you don't have to think about things if you don't want to. You can pick the items out yourself.
Stay within a certain budget if you need to, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And so that's what we've got there.
Wonderful.
Nice gift basket from them.
And then this is really festive.
I haven't seen a more beautiful bûche Noël than this in a long time. It's from Ganache Patisserie down in Yaletown, and they do all sorts of lovely little small pastries if you're heading over for a dinner party and want a variety of things. But I think this is a lovely thing to show up with if dessert is you've been called on for dessert. So.
But I love also the nice homemade type of gifts, and I know this isn't homemade from your kitchen, but it's from somebody's.
No, it is. This is actually made by Chris Brown, and he had Echo El Pane Bakery. He's now got Rise Breads, and he's at the farmers markets, and this is where I suggest you go if you want to get that something special, because you're going to head to the market, you're going to buy something that's not out in the stores, and he does panettone with chocolate cherry and some pear, and this is the organic Mayor lemonade. Lemonade, how about marmalade?
Yes, yummy.
And the panforte there.
Great. And then, of course, you can't forget the sweets, right?
The truffles are from Urban Tea Merchant. They just opened a store out on Georgia, and so you can purchase a lovely teapot if you're being a bit extravagant. I love this little cozy tea in here, and it just smells delightful. A variety of different teas you can purchase and different teapots if that person has been a little extra special.
Yes, and don't forget about the cookbooks, and there's so many great local cookbooks that have just been released
Vancouver Cooks too, a great way to support your local cooks with the bursaries going to the Chef's Table Society. Araxi up in Whistler's put out a book. Sea Restaurant has their cookbook out, and you can also pair this up with a special evening with Wang Dang, their executive chef, and he can come in and cook for a private group, and you can add that in for however many people you want, so you can get extravagant or just show up with a cookbook.
And it would be great to have a professional chef come to your home, but what if you want to learn to cook like a chef?
Dirty Apron Cooking School down near Shambar and Cafe Medina. And they have put together packages so this looks lovely rather than just showing up with the certificate. You actually have an apron and some beautiful maple syrup and some other little items here, and you can put the certificate towards their cooking classes or perhaps towards a few more items for your pantry.
And of course, it never hurts to bring food and jellies and jams.
I love Vista de Oro. They have a port-style wine, and they've got these 3 delightful little preserves that you can pair with perhaps a cheese plate. That's just $90 for that beautiful little box.
Yeah, and I mean, there's something for every budget, right? So, I mean, you can sort of pare it down as much as you want. Now, you said some salamis and, of course, cheeses as well would be a great pairing with this. Of course, before the break, I tried that salami.
I saw you eating that. Isn't that lovely?
It is beautiful.
It's locally made by Mochia, which are a couple brothers out on East Hastings, the 2700 block. So I went by there and I picked up some salami. Les Amis du Fromage is a perfect place to pick up cheeses. Try to keep it local. I like to do that. Goat's Pride is the little goat cheese there, and the farmhouse cheese is out in Agassiz. Raincoast Crisps are always great. Leslie Stowe did cinnamon raisins. So
and then, of course, you always need your coffees. Now, when we talked about hostess gifts and gifts for the foodies, we have lots of food, wines, and everything. And then you brought out this, and I thought, an appliance, really?
Well, this is something I think you should get for yourself.
Okay.
Because what it does, and I tried this out last night, it cooks about 1 kilogram of French fries in 1 teaspoon of oil. And they were crispy. I ate quite a few late last night.
So the fact is you're deep frying, but not using a ton of oil.
Exactly.
Some great ideas from Cassandra. Of course, GoodLifeVancouver.com is her website, and you've got more details on where you can get all of these items as well. And you are also going to give away this edible BC gift basket. Includes a number of things: cookbooks, crackers, Thomas Haas chocolates, of course. course, many other things. You can drop us an email, breakfasttelevision@citytv.com. Subject line, edible BC. Thank you so much, Cassandra.
You're welcome.
Happy holidays to you.
And to you.
What would you be the thing you want the most if someone was going to get you something?
I think I'd like to go to Dirty Apron Cooking School.
Excellent. That sounds like a great gift. Lots more coming up on BT. We're playing Face Look next. Here's your tease. Who could it be? Who could it be? Don't say it loud, Cassandra.